part of the reason that we've seen an increase in drug deaths is because the Scottish Government has ignored advice about cutting funds to services, as well as being very selective about which sort of lived experiences that they want to hear from. So you'll see people like Katrina Matheson, talking about, we include people with lived experience, and that's why it's important to speak to patients. What that tells us is that there's a very specific type of lived experience that she's open to listening to, and that is the non-political, non-critically engaged sufferer of addiction, whose capacity to understand what they suffer from and the wider social and economic dynamics of it is already quite limited. And so that means that's a safe bet for somebody who wants to wheel out a lived experience person to authenticate what they're doing. What Favour does is it organises politically, much like a trade union would. It takes people with lived experience, gives them the tools to understand better where the addiction arises from, not just within them, but culturally, socially, economically, and gives anger a kind of political shape and signature, which is inherently threatening for anybody who's the head of a spineless quango or a toothless think tank, or some other, organisation which is prohibited really from speaking frankly because it's partly dependent on the powers that be for its funding, which is a very contentious thing to say, but you need to follow the money if you want to understand the shape of the discourse.